Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome to Daily's 2A News. I read a fascinating article over at TTAG earlier today, and I'll link that article down below, where they were talking about how the airline industry has seen a 95% reduction in passengers. So only 5% of the people that were flying before are still flying. Yet for some reason, the TSA is actually finding more firearms per person than they were before. Over a 200% increase. And today I want to talk about why I think that is. So let me go ahead and give you guys some numbers so you have some context in what we're talking about here. So while the airline industry was running at 100%, the TSA was finding one firearm per every 217,000 people that were going through the screeners. So one firearm per 217,000. Now the capacity has dropped to only 5%. So we only have 5% of the people flying. Yet the TSA is finding one firearm per every 80,000 people that are going through. So the increase, if you were to do the numbers, is over 200% if you're looking at it as like a per person or per capita thing. So it's a very interesting stat because we're finding more firearms per person trying to board a plane than we were before, but still we're only at 5% capacity. Now, there's several different factors which could affect this, but I think there's one factor above all others that is probably affecting this more. Now, this is all based off my opinion. I don't have any stats or any proof to back this up. This is just what I think is going on. I think that the influx of new gun owners is affecting the rates that you're seeing at the airports right now. So the other factors that could be at play here is, one, the TSA just has more time on their hands. Okay, so the TSA with a line with 20 people in it can take their time with each one of those people that's coming through the line. You don't have a 4-hour-long line with hundreds of people that are waiting out the door just trying to get through the TSA checkpoint, and they're trying to get everybody to their flights, and so they're kind of rushing through, and it's easy to miss things when you're in a hurry. That could definitely be a factor, but I still don't think it's the biggest factor. The other one is that you might have a lot of people that are flying because they're just worried about what's going on around the country right now. They see things that are going on and they don't want to necessarily be disarmed. And so they're just going to try their luck and maybe see if they can make it through. So I think that that's maybe a small factor too. But I think the biggest factor is people who are maybe new or ignorant to the law. I think a lot of these people that are going out there right now and buying firearms, they're buying them because they want to feel that they're protected. They can see right now that, you know, the government and law enforcement may not be there for you all the time. And so they're taking their own personal security into their own hands, which is great. But at the same time, they have no background on existing laws. This is not something that's within their world. It's not within their scope or their universe. And so they don't really know what laws are there and what laws they need to be following. And so their ignorance is putting them in the line with the TSA to get on a plane. And I think that's probably your biggest factor. So let me go and explain why I think this is the case, okay? So those of you out there that are watching this video right now, you're probably subscribed to this channel, you might be subscribed to other channels as well, and watch other similar content. You have decided that as part of your entertainment for the day, you're going to learn more about rules, regulations, laws, activism, and how to fight back against these laws. You want to be in the know. And so you've taken that active step to be in the know. But people that are new to these tools, what they're doing right now is they're hopping on YouTube and they're watching cat videos, they're watching fail videos, and then they watch the mainstream media and they go on about their day. They are ignorant as to the laws because they have not chosen to learn more about what they are getting involved in. And so these people that now go out and buy a tool to defend themselves, they come back to YouTube and they continue to watch the same fail videos and the same funny cat videos and then go on to watch the mainstream media. That's what they do. Okay, so they're not taking the active step that you guys are, and so they remain ignorant. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes with new owners, you get a little sense of fear, okay? So they have one now, they have the proper tool to defend themselves, but they're also a little bit scared of it. It's because it's something that's not been in their world before. And so now that it is, they're a little bit nervous about it. So they tend to do things that are a little bit weird, okay? Like hiding something in their luggage when they're trying to get through the TSA because they don't want anybody to know that they have it. So they hide it in their luggage. They don't want to report it to the airlines. They don't want to tell anybody, hey, I'm now part of this group, because before they may not have been part of this group, but they are now. Regardless if they like it or not, once you've made the choice to defend yourself with the proper tool, you're part of this group and you need to start acting like it. But they'll hide things and they'll try not to tell anybody that it's there, and guess what? Bang, you get caught for it, now you're in trouble. You know, and so I think that that's one of the reasons. The other reason is they're just completely ignorant that it's illegal to do so. And if they remain ignorant about these laws, then there's a lot of other laws that they're going to break. I mean, there's some people who may live in a constitutional carry place that still don't know that you can't carry in, let's say, a federal court or something like that, right? In which case, they're going to break that law, and they could get stopped at a metal detector there as well and get in trouble there. And that's because they haven't done their research to understand what's legal, what's not legal, what's regulated, and what's not regulated. And so it's almost like willful ignorance, right? And so they just continue to watch their cat videos, and that's it. So I believe that a lot of it is either fear-based or ignorance-based, and that's why people are getting stopped more and being caught more with firearms at the TSA checkpoints. That's my own personal opinion. Again, I don't have anything really to base that off of except, you know, just what I see in the public these days. That's kind of what I'm going off. Now, try and keep in mind, I'm not saying that it's all new people. I'm just saying that those people who choose to be ignorant are those people that choose to be ignorant. There are people out there who are responsible enough, and if you're one of those people who just happens to be watching this video and you're new to the community, well, first off, welcome. I think it's a great community. We have a lot of support. There's a lot of people out here who will answer questions for you and tell you what's going on. Now, if you're watching this video and you're wondering what's the proper way to board a plane and, you know, how does an airline actually handle the proper transportation of these tools, the best thing that you could do is simply go to the airline's website. Each airline will have different rules and regulations about how to store, how to check in, and how to properly transport these specific items. If you want to know about the TSA and stuff like that, all you have to go is to the TSA's website. If you go to the TSA's website, you can read articles regarding transporting those particular tools. So again, go to the TSA's website, read about it. Go to the airline's website and see if they have any further recommendations or if they have any specific restrictions that you need to follow. You know, there may be restrictions that you're not aware of with one airline, and then you go to another airline and the restrictions are different. And so it's best to have an understanding of the policy for each airline, as well as what the restrictions and the laws are surrounding the TSA and exactly what they're looking for and what they expect. These things change all the time. I mean, by the time you guys actually watch this video, it may have changed again. So it's best to go to the TSA's website and each airline that you decide that you're going to board and see what their policies and their recommendations are, because sometimes you're going to have to go out and you're going to have to spend a little bit of money, and you're going to have to get a specific type of case, and that case is going to have a specific type of lock setup and stuff like that. So there's things that you have to know, and each website will explain what they recommend in detail. So there's really no reason that you need to be thrown in jail and have your stuff, your legally possessed stuff, confiscated simply because you were ignorant of the fact. So I just wanted to bring that up as well. But again, I suggest you guys read the article. It is very fascinating as to what's going on here, and how the numbers are sort of being skewed and changed in a time like this, in a national emergency. So again, I want to thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Please like, subscribe. Have a great day.